Welcome back to Hollywood, everybody. We are back on Hollywood Animal, the stuff that dreams are made of. And we are in September 1942. We're going to wrap up 1942 in this episode. And things are looking good for us. I like our chances to get a second straight Pollux Award for Best Film. Currently out, we have Keep Dry, which is off to a great start here, even though it's not a critically acclaimed or blockbuster by any means. Suspicion, we're going to see what it can do. It was another one that's But How Green Was My Valley, the real life Best Picture winner, is almost to $9 million in profit. We are looking forward to Grand Hotel finally releasing. Knights of the Realm, Desert Rats, our World War II film that looks like it's going to be a hit. Sergeant York is ready to go into release here. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Feast or Famine. We're working on the Casablanca script. Holiday Inn. We've got several things going here, and I'm excited to see what that goes with. And we've got 5 movies here currently going on in production, with one more in pre-production. So things are looking good for us. We've got training going on at the film school. We're still trying to get Wendy Carpenter to lift that ceiling so we can see if we can max her out at that 10 stars. Others we're training, trying to also lift the ceiling of. But then we are also just trying to make our people better in the process. Now, it was requested so we could have a little bit more input from everybody and know what story elements we have to work from. So let's take a quick look. So feel free to pause on these. I'm not going to read every single one as they go, but I'll at least leave it here for a moment, mention a few of them. And then that way you can feel free to pause and see what stands out to you. So charismatic criminal is currently against the code, but we're trying to dismantle it piece by piece until we can finally vote against the code altogether. We're starting to do some Brothers in Arms movies. We've had lots of working men over the years, so I don't know. We'll probably have plenty more of those. We've tried to get a couple accidental heroes going in. The Lovable Rogue's exciting. Haven't had a Clumsy Oaf in a while. We started with that one, though. And the antagonist, nothing is restricted right now, so that's exciting. We actually surprisingly really haven't used a pirate in a long time. The evil witch has not really been something, neither has the sorcerer. Haven't had an evil robot yet either. We've done a few of each of the others. We've had a few more alien, ancient evil type things going on, and we're going to have the war criminal, I'm sure. I wish this, instead of criminal gang, I mean, we can assume it's kind of like having enemy soldiers. Now, this is one, the supporting characters we need to get more of. We've beaten the sheriff to death there. The love interest is really struggling. We've used all of these a lot, and we're trying to find more, but right now that's been our struggle and our Achilles heel for freshness. Lots of themes and events out there. Lots of them. A Great Escape could be in the making here. Some good suggestions about city sieges potentially going on. We've got our humor. We've got runaways, thrilling chases. Nudity and generous profanity are still outlawed, but we can do divorce again. We haven't really done an ancient puzzle. So we've got lots of things out there that could be used there. And then we have apparently a placeholder. This is our finales, which apparently don't have too many more, I guess, if this is the most we could do. We can't have protagonist commit suicide or avoids punishment. But those are things that if you want, we could take a shot at removing from the code as well. But we've got a decent amount here that we have to work with. And then our settings, this is all we have as far as settings go, which is quite a bit to work with. It gives us a lot of leeway. There's still more out there, I'm sure, that we can find to help, but I like where we're at the moment. So that's where we stand. And with that being said, do we have any script writers available? We do not at the moment. So let's kick this thing off and get going there. We've got another banquet going. Let's go ahead and get the Wolfman going into post and get Sergeant York scheduled for its release. Everybody's happy at the studio as well, which is awesome. We're able to keep it that way. Now, that's not the best, so I think this is a good one for Emma Barry, our loyal editor. Her and Lewis Murphy, they started with this. We're going to let them go. They're getting better, and they can get untapped tapped their unmatched potential. But let's see what Sergeant York has in store for us. Ooh, takes a bit of a dip. And that was thanks to Emma and Lewis. So thanks, guys. Try to make it better this time. Okay, let's go with that one. Let's see. We need to get this one. This will be our Christmas release, even though it's not marked as a holiday on this. Still kind of surprising to me that they don't have Christmas as one of the major holidays, but maybe, I think I mentioned earlier, maybe that was something that doesn't become bigger until later on. Let's get a sufficient ad campaign going. Hopefully, all right, we got men here. We'll do the young men. We'll do that one. All right. Now, it hasn't been last time I could not find the analytics again. So we're going to hope the analytics are there this time. Let's help a drunkard. Manuel won't do it. Will Hill. Come on, dude. Jane will. She's our girl. Let's just put one on it. All right, let's see. Do we have the analytics? Are they back? No. What happened to the analytics? If you know where they went to, please, by all means, let me know, because now we were just finding out where they should be, and now they're gone yet again. Ugh, so disappointing. I don't want to add another trick. Yep, good enough. Okay, well, we're just going to have to wing it and hope that we're right. Okay, keep dry. Let's continue this run. This is doing fantastic for us. I mean, we don't need the... Then it'll come back with a vengeance worth 10,000. Might as well use them. Oh, nope. We're going to go all the way there. It should make its money, no problem. And we do not find anything from good old Felix. That's disappointing, to say the least. So let's get him working on another script. I've got one more. Yeah, we haven't done this one, and we got to get some of these in the making again. One more from 1942. It was Woman of the Year. This one was directed by George Stevens. Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn starred in it. So these are two journalists. It's a romantic comedy. Two journalists. He's a sports guy. She takes a swipe at baseball, and he defends that. And or she takes a swipe about baseball not being played, shouldn't be played during the war, and he defends against that. And this was one of several that they filmed together. And so they end up getting together in the end. We're just going to have this be a straight rom-com. It'll be in a modern American city. I imagine, like, baseball 1940s. If you're going to do that, it's going to be New York, most likely, because you got the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Giants all playing there. So let's go with an ambitious woman. Oh, we haven't had a hopeless romantic in a while. Let's go with that. Well, no, she's not, though. They kind of just fall together. So we got to have a love interest. So that's going to take a shot. We're going to have an angry boss. Their editor's mad about something. We're going to throw in there some... Where's our slapstick? Nah, maybe not. Let's do our highbrow humor. We're going to also include... Well, catchy one-liners. We haven't had that one. Let's do that. And we can do a lot more with this. I do have something that fragmented narrative in 1943 we can go with. Oh boy, what do we try? There's not really anything else that fits this one. Can we add somebody here? Maybe a sidekick, female sidekick. And the finale is going to be they get together. Or the couple gets married. No, it gets together. We haven't used that one as much. Antagonist defeated. Evil persists. Ooh, that sounds exciting. All right, Felix, get to work on this one. That's the last of the 1942s that I have. Oh, no! Anna Starsurf confirmed to the U.S. Post that her brother, Harlan Starsurf, has been killed in action. So that happened again. That's so sad. His plane burst into flames during a troubled landing, and there was no chance of survival. Word spread. Thousands of Americans. Oh, no. That's so sad. He's not going to be back. Oh, wait. What do we got going on here? That the Wolfman, the composer and director, got into an argument about the music for the movie. The director doesn't like backing down, and to prove it, he grabbed the composer by the neck and gave him a few slaps. This happened in the middle of the Wild Swan restaurant. It's already hit the papers. No! Oh, that's not good. All right, what can we get to work on? Has rotten elements, but the Pied Piper does not. Let's get the Pied Piper going. We will let action, thriller, drama. Let's let Clyde Mason do this one. Still can't get those city streets. We need that level 4 soundstage to do it, or we need international locations because apparently you can't get good city streets around LA. We will again continue to shoot in color, and we've got that up to par now. Produced by Paul. He's working on Sergeant York. Suspicion is currently going now. Let's let Mr. Spencer get this one. Directed by, well, there's nothing really that any of these are specialized in, so we'll let Lewis Matthews get this one. We're going to have to pay him a lot of money to get him to do this film. Whew, these people are getting demanding. All right. Our accidental hero is going to be Coleman Gross. Roscoe, no, we'll let Charlie Graham be the guide. And the war criminal who's attacking, it's going to be Roscoe Ford. Now we got to get some of these actors available. Wilson Hodges does not unlock anything either. All right, we're going to try again to get a supporting character out of him. That's the one we desperately need. We're trying so hard to get some more. Okay, How Green Was My Valley is going to end here. $9 million in profit. We cannot complain about that. And Timothy Hughes is well known for drama now. And Diane Griffith for love interests. That's another hit for us. What are we working on here? New story element every 3 months automatically. That'll be huge, helping us out. Man Who Came to Dinner, solid 8s after filming. We're going to use our best to keep this at the best. Let's see what we can do. Feast or Famine's ready to go. So do we have... We do. Oh, we get a new setting. There we go. Christopher Hill finds the Caribbean. Just keep going for random ones for you, sir. And Grand Hotel, after years of being on the shelf and waiting and going against the code, and here they go. They want to add this back because they're jealous. Add story. No, we shall not. And we're going to put 1,000 behind it. 1,000's been enough so far. We're going to hope that it continues to be. Ooh, I don't know. And, yep, it continues to be enough. We're going to keep throwing those parties and banquets to keep that going. Aha. They cannot stop us now. And Grand Hotel gets an A among the people there. The critics, apparently not as sold on it. Just decent 3 stars. The Bone Grinder loves it. And just, if you've got anywhere else to be, then go. If you don't, okay, if you've got, all right, well, we'll take it. 3 stars is 3 stars after all. This film should do okay for us. So we have Jesse. We have 9 star potential people. And Jesse, try again. Maurice is a potential 9 star. So is Felix. Bernard could. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, Suspicion. 500,000. It's probably not going to do all that great. We'll just do 10,000 with what it has left. Should at least make the 300,000 back, I hope. And let's get Feast or Famine. Solid 8s again. That's a cool one. And this one is going to be not Valentine's Day, but right at the tail end of that run. We'll do 30,000 again. All right. Young men, women. Yeah, so not very helpful as far as that goes. Let's try a trick. Tom won't. Diane will. Give aid to the homeless. Banquet's almost run. Oops, too far out. Really need to get some of these to go through. Okay, the banquet gets us 500 more. Keep Dry has done 200,000 in the last one. It's got a chance to do a little bit more. We're going to pull back to 5,000. We are not going to extend any of that advertising, and we'll just see where it can go. Let's take a quick look at the theaters and make sure I have bought everything. Okay, I've got everything I can. Gerstein has 400 theaters. Hephaestus, I don't know how these others are surviving. I guess they're renting theaters out from us. Positive attitude. Yay. Well, we might as well just keep working on these. Mrs. Miniver. Solid 8s again. We need to get to those 9s. Search for a Killer and Sheriff have moved into better conditions. We're going to do 9 years. And 622,000 gets moved 30,000 down. That's not too shabby. We are working on getting a better banquet in order to raise more. Oh, wait, did we do a banquet? Oh, yeah, that's fine. And the Pied Piper. Oh, that took a dip. Cinematographer, director, all that. Oh. Didn't think they were that bad. Oh, a police raid will begin. Okay. So they did give us... Ah. That's cool. Place the money in a... Oh. Oh, we just bribed somebody. Oh, and they canceled it. Okay. So we get to see what that does now. Grand Hotel, almost $6 million in its first 4 weeks. That's a good sign. We've been waiting so long on that film. I'm glad it did well. Oops, not 1,000. Suspicion's doing okay for us still. Keep Dry's doing fine. And let's get ready for Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. This is going to be our Valentine's release because what says Valentine's better than Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Valentine's it is. You know what? Let's go even bigger. See what that does for us. We can experiment. We have the finances and the clout to be able to experiment with some of these things. We're going to make sure it's at that 95%. It's just everything again. This is where I really, really wish we had the analytics working. Don't know what they are, though. Defend the innocent. Roger, can you do that? Let's add another one here. The hospice visit. Carol? Nice. Okay, Peter Harris. Nothing stopping him now. Unfortunately, lots still stopping Oliver Blake. Let's try again. David Gutman, when he gets back from war, assuming he does better than Harlan did, he's got nothing stopping him. And Emma, that's disappointing, Emma. We got high hopes for you. What do we have here? Clarence Rhodes, excellent. And Edward West, we are unlocking tons of potential. Question is, will Wendy get there? All right, Russell. You are all taking advantage of this poor, poor studio and how much money we have. Use all the gifts we have. Oh, I forgot to lower the price. He just got away with more. All right. Knights of the Realm. Let's see what we've got here. Suspicion's ending its run at $4 million in profit. Oh, look at this. No ceiling. It's just a matter of growing them now. I don't want to train it. I want to do it the old-fashioned way of just earning and practicing their craft and getting better. Oh, my goodness. This is tough. There's a good one. 4 stars. 4 stars again. And 2 stars. That's interesting bouncing around. $2.5 million. We'll do that. Now let's take a quick look as far as training goes. Rita's already in good shape. Sarah, she's going to be good enough at 7 stars. Same with Marilyn. Screenwriters, I don't really want to lose them. Directors, we've uncapped so many of them. I mean, we've got so much potential now. We're not using these. Lorraine, we might as well try experimenting with you. What's going on with Mrs. Miniver? Okay, keep dry. Still 100,000. But I think it's run it's run its course. $8 million off of a rather mediocre film. That's a good win for us. Lower that by 30,000. Let's get Deuces Wild. 6756. Another one of our just make money movies. This is a good one for. You know what? Yeah, we'll go with Virginia and Cornelius. We've got some better ones coming along here with Pride of the Yankees, GI Combat. Wilson Hodges, again, disappointing, sir. He's got a 79% chance of bringing something back, and he's not doing it. So let's get to work on another script instead. This will be one that was sent in by you all, and this is going to be a romantic comedy with a little bit of drama in the Middle Ages. So let's call this one... Let's go with Mid-Life Crisis, because it's in the Middle Ages. We're going to have some comedy here, generational conflict. So it's a rom-com with a little bit of drama. It is set, where did we... Middle Ages. We're going to have a female hopeless romantic as our lead. No antagonist. We're going to have a love interest, which as we do quite a bit. A female parent figure, the mom. We're going to also include a female rival fighting for the loved one. We're going to get some generational conflict going on between the parent figure and the romantic and the others. We're going to have a love triangle as they're competing for the love interest. It's going to have some slapstick comedy, because why not in the Middle Ages? And the finale is they're going to get married. We could maybe add... we'll keep it the way it is. The way it was requested and drawn up, because so far, those have all been working. You are all sending me amazing scripts. So let's keep making magic together here. The Man Who Came to Dinner. Solidates after post-production. Well done. That's a better one to be in. But that's okay. That would have been a better Valentine's Day one. I like that we have a slate of films going all the way to the end here, to as far as we can go currently. That's good news for us. But again, we don't know what it's going to do, so we're going to go with those four. They seem to be good ones for us. It is a romantic comedy. I think we need a surprise wedding appearance from somebody. Bessie will show up. Confirm that. Get it going. And we've got a nice, strong slate of films coming out. Grand Hotel. It's been worth the wait. And Knights of the Realm. The first 2 weeks have been massive. That 35,000 was really, really good take. Oh, I remember what we're going to do now. I asked for your all feedback, and so we are going to... Vote to overturn the ticket prices. Wait, can we do the code yet? Cannot be repealed. Nope. So let's vote to overturn. And we will weaken our competitors that way, and more people will be able to see our films that way as well. So we're just bringing films to the everyday man here. And if they can't see that in the times of war and despair, that we're just trying to bring a little joy to people, then these people are sad. All right, let's get Woman of the Year going. If we have the actors available. We'll put Timothy Burke. Except we have a lot of cinematographers now. Let's get Edward West, the newly made, untapped potential there. We need a better camera for color coming along. Okay, romantic comedy. Don't really have... This is a producer spot, so we'll let Timothy Hughes do this one. Directed by... Let's let Nelson Porter start to level up. Carol Quinn's going to be the ambitious woman. Angry boss will be... Peter Harris. Love interest will be Ernest Lane. And the sidekick for her will be the young Gloria Reese. The Wolfman's ready to go into distribution, but we don't really have room for it at the moment. Let's throw another banquet here. Desert Rats. And Holiday Inn, the script. Solidates. That's fantastic to see. Let's start this one. I really want to get this one into production. We're going to wait till around like Christmas time, though. But I'm going to put my best on this. Jack Stein. Even though I'm pretty sure watching this movie that it was all filmed on a soundstage. We're going to go on location because that's what our man prefers. It was in black and white originally, so we're going to film this one in black and white. Produced by Paul Wagner, directed by Fred Stevens. Like I said, we're putting our best out on this one because I love this movie. The Hopeless Romantic will be Kevin Ball. The Femme Fatale, Julia Holt. The love interest, who he's falling for, will be Jane Fisher. Because I just love Jane. I want her to be a star. And this was like an up-and-coming... So, yeah, we want Jane to be that. And the rival, the Fred Astaire, will be the man who can appeal to everybody here, Gene Stein. I really want this one to be a hit. Okay, Grand Hotel. Let's give it a few more weeks. It's not too shabby. We'll pull it back to 5,000 apiece. We're not going to run any more advertising on that one because I'm not sure we'll make it all back. And Christopher Hill does not have success that time around, but he's at a 42% chance. So let's see what we've got. Maurice Fox. Let's get you working on another script. And let's go with another one that was sent in by you all. And this one is going to be in World War II Pacific, and we're going to have some action in the air and some ace combat. So we're going to see Pride. No, we've already done that. Pacific Peril. There we go. All right, so we got drama, thriller, a little bit of romance. Because somebody's waiting back at home, right? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. You all gave me the title for this one. We got to change that. Cancel. Let's delete that and start all over. Nope, not hiring. Let's try this again. We're calling this Air of Action. So we're going to have drama, thriller, romance. I feel like we have a little bit of action, right? There's going to be some ace combat in there. So I'm taking a little liberties. I hope you don't mind. World War II Pacific. We're going to have soldiers. We'll have a brothers in arms. We'll do 3 on this one. The antagonist. We could do a criminal gang. It's not, that just doesn't, that's not like enemy soldiers, and it's driving me crazy. I wish there was an enemy soldier thing. So we're going to do a brother in arms will also be there. Worried wife, that's the little romance going on. We will have a big battle scene, an ace combat, a tank scene on the islands. We're going to have a little bit of everything here, which is why we need to have the action, I feel like. Then we're going to have torture and captivity. Sad day when some of them gets captured. And then we have the protagonist dying heroically. I feel like we could have somebody else. We're going to have a mentor, like the old grizzled veteran. We're going to put Maurice on this. So I hope you don't mind the liberties that I took a little bit on that one, but I hope it will make it better. And that way, maybe we'll have potential at 9 stars with that one. Jesse, try again. Desert Rats, our World War II Africa one, is going out into production. And Knights of the Realm, what a run. 8.5 million on its first 4 weeks. Wow. We will keep this one out in theaters. See how it does on this next run while Desert Rats is going on. Then we get Sergeant York. So we're going with the war films and the action. Desert Rats, it's a popcorn pleaser there, and it's the critics are loving it. 4 stars, 4 stars. Bone Grinder, yeah, he's going to be picky. 4 stars again, and then a 2-star. That's sad. But that looks like a hit. And look, we got to bring in some of these soldiers to get some experience. That's a good way to get some experience for those young actors by lumping them in with the soldiers. Let's get Pride of the Yankees. Solid 8s. Throw that rap party. We're going to give this to our 2 best. Eugene is ready, and so is Leon. Wendy should be coming up soon. We're going to find out. Okay, Alton Hughes is leveled up a bit. That's good to see. So we're 30 days away, right at the end of the year, where we're going to wrap this one up. When we get there, we're going to find out if she has reached her mark or not. And we have a new setting, Modern European City. All right, let's see. We are a studio of the people. Oh, look at that. Wow. That should be enough. Hey, the Gersteins were clinging on. The rest of us are for the people. All right, we'll see what this does to our incomes. Now, that's going to change things quite a bit. Luckily, Desert Rats went out there and got 5.5 million on 35,000 screens over Thanksgiving weekend before that became an issue. And we now are going to get a new story element every 3 months. We could try for the 10 elements. That's going to take quite a while. Get us some additional experience per release. That could be helpful. We could do the freelance. Let's go ahead and get the freelance writers. It's super quick. If we need to buy a script that way, we can. Then we'll come back. Maybe sequels is something we could look into. I'm not sure. So this is going to be interesting. What's going to happen? Oh, it still did okay. It still did fine. More people are going to end up seeing it anyways. The script for Casablanca is almost ready. Felix, we need to get him working on something here a little bit. The Drunkard, we were able to help him. And the Grand Hotel has ended its run, $10 million in grossing, $8.5 million profit. Excellent job. And we still have Mrs. Miniver waiting for something. I don't know how it got on the same studio set as one of those. That's frustrating. Casablanca, solid 8s. Well done. Thank you for the suggestions on your ideas for Casablanca. We are going to shelve it for a minute. We'll come back to it. I want to get some of these others done so we'll know who we have to work with, because we do have some of our best going in there already. Desert Rats. So it did drop quite a bit, but attendance dropped too. So it didn't, that explains part of it. We're doing just fine. No need to panic. This is going to hurt our competition more than it's going to hurt us, and the people are going to love us for providing more easy to access films. And now here we go, Sergeant York. I'm hoping this one's going to be a good one. It's a film I like, and I hope it does well for us. Jane, we got to get you up there faster. Put in her as many films as we can. I don't want to just train her to get her better. Knights of the Realm, almost $10 million in profit. That one did very good for us. I feel like we really need to work on the... Oh no, Timothy Hughes. Serious illness. Well, that's sad. One of our producers. Let's give it to Joe Pinkin. Well, sad indeed. We've got a lot of producers, though. Alfred's going to need to get more experience. We might as well... Who's out there? They're all so expensive. We can afford them, but I just feel like we're just paying too much. Alva Holmes is interesting. That's all right. All right, let's see what we've got at the end of the year here and where the studio stands. Wendy Carpenter has lifted her development ceiling. What a good way to end 1942. And now we are not putting her in anything yet. We are going to work on increasing that skill. Now we could do 8 months instead of 6 to raise it by 2 with a 50% chance of success. We're just going to stick to tried and true. Do it every 6 months. So we're doing 2 stars a year. So we'll get her up there in about 4 years, give or take, if that's all we do. And Christopher, again, fails to find us anything. Holiday Inn will go into production as soon as these two will go into production. As soon as we get through the year, we'll start the next episode up with those going. That is a huge tax amount. We are into World War II era years, 53% corporate tax rate. Wow. Okay. That's going to hurt everybody else a lot. So Supreme is somehow hanging on. Gerstein's still sitting pretty as well. But they lost money. Okay, let's see how we did at the end of the year. Look at this box office success, sweeping the top 10. In critical acclaim, we were up there. Now let's make a note of these. We have Grapes of Wrath, if available. Citizen Kane. Maltese Falcon. And also Grand Hotel. We'll check out the scores on these as we go back to. So Grand Hotel, the Bone Grinder loved it, but the others not so much. Oh, well, Grapes of Wrath is our definite go-to if it's eligible. Okay, so we're not going to do the Grand Hotel because that's kind of outweighed due to the Bone Grinder. The others, I think, have a little bit better options. Fan favorites, 9 of the top 10. That's awesome to see as well. Give us some leveling up. Post-production, don't mind if I do. Take that extra %. So that way, if something bad happens to you, like it's been happening to all of our people lately, we'll be okay. Look at this huge increase. Okay, so we have ended the year 1942. We're getting ready for 1943. So next up is getting ourselves ready for another Pollux push and continuing to make these great films. I've got a slate of 6 films in mind to pay homage to with 1943. So we'll be open to hearing more suggestions as always from you. I still have a few on my list to try to get to that some have been suggested. I'm trying to catch most of them. Sorry if I'm missing yours, but I'm doing my best. And as always, I want to thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining me on this ride. It's a lot of fun. I love the feedback, love the comments. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Thank you for spending your time with me doing this. And as always, if you haven't already, check out this game for yourself. Please, please do. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's a blast. And with that being said, be sure to come back on the next episode. Until then, take care.